Alright, hello, hello. Good evening. Hello, LFK. Uter, hello. Ankit. Ankit, do you change your username? Or has it always been that? Ali Keycaps. Oh, hello. Lamp, hello. ODM. CBA, hello. Rooster. Straight busting. 765RS, hello. Tuscami, first Diego stream, welcome. Nine Walker, hello. Is 42 divisible by 3? Yes. You know how you can tell something is divisible by 3? You add the digits. So if it's 42, then you add 4 plus 2, and that's 6. And if that number is divisible by 3, then it's divisible by 3. Pretty cool rule, right? But that's how you learn how things are divisible by 3. At least that's one of the tricks that they taught back in the day. Juan Tagon, hello. Turtleneck a good look? It's okay. It was kind of cold today, that's why I have it. In Vietnamese, we call you, I don't know how to say that, but I'm gonna say like Dep Try. I don't know. But sounds good. Dep Try. Deep Try. Just kidding. Dep Chai. Okay. How's your week going? My week's... It's been okay. It could have been better. I actually had no internet at home. Okay, no internet at all for the past like 30 hours or so. For like 30 hours, there was no internet at all. Zero, zilch, nothing. So no TV because my TV, you know, we stream stuff. No, nothing. No. Like we were running on our data plan, which kind of sucked, right? I was also forced to go in for some things that I could have done remotely and yada yada. So that part sucked. So we just got service back. I think they were, I don't know why that happened. I think maybe they were doing some repair and some line busted or something. But yeah, we just didn't have internet for like a day. It was kind of frustrating, but it's okay. Other than that, like, you know, mostly just work stuff. Work's kind of slow, to be honest. So it's just going, man. It's just going. Meetup tomorrow. Oh, really? Where is this? Tokyo? Nihon Jam? Is this Tokyo meetup? Yes? Oh, exciting. What are you taking? Do you guys get I guess you guys have like space limitations, so I assume you guys also have a limitation on how much you can bring and stuff. What are you bringing? Nice K-Man corn. Looks great. Thank you. You missed all the fun in Artisans? What did I miss? I tried to catch up. What did I miss though? Let's see. Liam taking a break. I saw that. Sodi sale. Daft got his. KWK set. Sub. Jacob got his nice prages. I saw that part. What did I miss? Yesterday's raffle thing? Oh, yeah. Okay, can you PM me the form directly to my mailbox? I mean, inbox. My bad. Actually, mailbox too. But send that snail mail about sale notification directly to my mailbox. Oh man, yeah. No, I didn't see it live. Need to fit in, so we'll bring some Ergos. Oh, B Vega, hello. Thank you for the 8 months. Ergos, Nasu, that's an Alice layout. Sanglass, that's a Fox Lab one. I don't know what Aster is. What's Aster? I mean, it's an Ergo, but I don't know who made it. And some meme boards, QK100 and W1. Oh, nice. So some larger boards. That's actually quite a lot of boards to bring to a meetup. That's 5 boards to the meetup. Spice was mild. Someone asked if I rejoined to read it. Untrue. Okay. Hope you try HKV Studio. Oh, do PFU people attend these meetups, or do people like who represent show up at the Tokyo meetup? That's kind of nice. Yes, they attend. Oh. Can you send me? Can you tell them to send an HG to Luxury Keyword Crafter? Lightning keywords? Just kidding. Just kidding. I'm not sure if you ever heard the news, David, about this HG that popped up on that electronics resale store. The what is it called? But anyway, yeah, that link of basically it looked like someone's estate, dude. Like, it was crazy. And then obviously someone bought it. Like, someone bought it just to put it again on Yahoo Japan auctions. So it got auctioned again. I mean, well, not auctioned again. The first time it was just buy it now, and then the second time it was like auctioned. I was like, damn. Business is business, yeah. But I mean, it is a good chunk of money. It honestly went for less than I thought it would, but first that ever moves, right? Like, known, publicly available or publicly known movement of an HKVHG the first time. It's crazy. PView and Real Force. Ooh. That's cool. Luxury keyword scuffer, also true. It's a balance, you know. You gotta scuff, you gotta craft. It's the balance. It's like the yin and the yang, you know. You craft beautiful things, you scuff beautiful things, right? So you achieve perfect mid, meaning I am a mid keyboard streamer, crafter, whatever. How much was the second auction? I don't remember the exact number. Let me look it up actually. I think it went for how much was it? It was like, was it like, yeah, it was like 750,000 yen, however much that is. 750,000 yen, so like $4,000 ish, $4,500 maybe. It actually went for less than I thought it would. I need to go with Lightning Keywords to Tokyo meetup. I'll carry his resin. They wouldn't care, dude. Their resin would just get thrown to the ground. I didn't make a 5K? Oh. Radar Noise, hello. Thanks for the 13 months and the Prime. I thought it was over 5K. Did yen drop that much since the sale? Maybe it was over 5K. I don't know. But the yen has been kind of dropping, right? Or rather, the conversion rates have been kind of weird lately, with the economy doing well, but the market being bad. The U.S. economy is doing okay, like, somehow. The dollar is strong right now everywhere. But at the same time, we have a slow market. The US economy is okay, but the US job market is hell. That's what I hear. Yeah, a lot of folks that I know who recently either got laid off and are currently looking. Oh, it's not an easy time. People with experience getting laid off too. Dio, can you give me a job? I wish, but I don't even have any kind of network like that to do that. I'm guessing you're very excited to be going into industry in this job market. Ah, yeah. I would be so excited. So very excited. Looks like we got a Heine PCB here. Heine H88, I assume. My friend had been at the same start for 5 years doing engineering stuff, and they let him go. Yeah, I know some people who are like 5-7 year-ish experience at the same company, and they even went through acquisitions and all that, and all that stuff, and yeah, they still got cut recently. I mean, I think startup especially more applicable, but I know people at big companies too. Bigger, rather, middle-sized, bigger. I made something inspired by you, Justice in 101 from a 104. Oh, shit! Nice! Ooh, Justice, them so sexy. So nice. I love those. Tascami with the Prime, thank you. Extra Prius, hello, how's it going, buddy? What mods would you recommend for a Real Force 2 in a Norva Force? For Topre, personally, I don't know if I'm like old school at this point about it, but there's no better mod than just a decent lubing for Topre, like stabs, right? The alphas, right, if you want to lube them. Silencing is a totally optional thing. Some people like it, some people don't. I think the R2s technically also have that like whole silencing included or not thing, right? But you know, like lubing Topre is pretty much all you really need, right? I know some people recommend like, I don't even know, like lubing PCB and gaskets and plethora of accessories, desk keys, yada yada. I personally don't do it. Don't care for it too much. Doesn't really bother me. People talk about cases rattling a lot, and the plate rattles against the case, and that's why you need your desk keys, gaskets, or the spacers or whatever, and makes everything nice and tight. But I think it's okay. Usually I feel like it's fine. Alright, so today's unit is a silver unit. Let's just start. With a blush pink back plate. That's the first time I see the pink one in person. Pretty hot. Pretty nice. I underlube my RF stats and up to a point that it's fine. That's just acceptance. That's just denial and then acceptance. Underlubing staffs for Topre kind of sucks because you never want to go back into it. Good man, how are you? I'm doing alright, man. It's kind of a busy time, but also, you know, it's just hanging in there. Please teach everyone how to pronounce Topre. Yeah, Topre. Do people pronounce it wrong? A lot. I guess people do. I guess a lot of people actually do say Topra, but it's Topre. Topre, cause it's isn't it like Tokyo Press or something like that? The what it stands for. So it's Topre. Topper. Topper. I was typing on my topper. Alright, so let's get the stabs done. It's bruh. 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 Let the domes age? I mean, yeah. Let the domes age. Best Topper mods are keeping in stock? I don't know about that. I do not agree with keeping Topper stock. I know I've seen some people like get whatchamacallit, they would get like HHKB Pro 1s or something and keep it stock, and I'm like, ugh! because the stabs rattle like crazy on the older ones. Like, it's insanely bad. And I'm like, how do you decide to keep it stock? Oh, because it's old, and if I touch it, I'm going to, you know, violate its sanctity or some bullshit like that. And I'm like, dude, like, the board is garbage because it's stock. No, I know you're trolling, but I know people who legitimately keep their board stock because they're like, oh my god, I'm gonna like, oh my god, I'm gonna ruin it. I'm like, bro, it's been used already. Just use it. Just lube it and use it. Specifically, stock like older Topre, especially like HHKB or like RF, like the older ones, they just suck. Like, the rattle on the stabs is just horrible. Horrible. So I always recommend like lubing those right away. Ever since I opened my R2 and touched the domes, my N key registers very late and I can't fix it regardless how much I try. Ugh. That sucks. Alright, let's see. Step caps lock, left shift, 7U. Okay, so basically Omega based layout is what we're doing today, and we got some AP steps today. We don't need this wire for now. Okay, fine. I'm opening up the RF again. Nice. The more I tighten the screws, the later it registers. The later it registers. Why would that be? I don't get it. I'm trying to think of why. Diego, do you prefer 65 or 7U on 65? 7U for me. 7U for me. Regardless of whether it has a blocker or not for the arrow key section, the 0.25U blocker, regardless of the presence of that blocker, I prefer 7U. I don't mind having 1.5, 1.5, 7, 1.5, 1.5 arrows. And I also don't mind having 1.5, 1, 1.5, 7, 1.5 blocker arrows. But yeah, probably 7U is better. The reason why I say that is because with 625 with the blocker, I don't really know what to do with that extra right side key next to the blocker. Kind of useless. I mean, basically it's like an FN key, sure. But yeah, it's just redundant for me. And I also prefer the look of 7U around the alphas on a 65%. Like, the position of the 7U looks nicer to me than a 625 on a 65%. Diego, what is your 1 month-ish review of your iPhone experience? Personally, I've been liking it a lot. I am switching for the first time ever properly from an Android phone. I was using a Pixel 7, which I actually just already sold. And I switched to an iPhone 15 Pro, and it's been a good experience. I think the 3 things that for me have been the most convenient have been being on the same ecosystem, right? I do have a MacBook, I do have an iPad, very easy to transfer files, that kind of stuff, AirDrop, that kind of stuff, right? It's very convenient. Also, just things just work. Like, I don't need to fiddle with much to feel like something's just smoothly and working. One thing I don't like still is I don't like notification badges, the way they work. I don't like the notification bar in general, the way it works. Like the drawers, essentially, they don't work the same way I would prefer, or like the way I would prefer them to work. Kind of annoying to have like drag the whole notification thing down and like look through in my notification center to clear out notifications. Like the clearing out of notifications is annoying. I don't want to go into all my individual app settings to work around notifications. That part is really annoying. That part I don't like about iOS in general as a system. Notification control, notification management is kind of garbage. But everything else just works. So I've been enjoying it. Camera is great. Actually, camera, I still need to get used to it. Like, I like the manual control of some things, and like iPhones have like a little bit of trickery to it. Like, I kind of just want to figure it out a little better, like how to use like the iPhone camera more properly. But they are very nice cameras nonetheless. They definitely, I think, are equipped better than a lot of like Android phones, especially because, so the thing about like Android is like the range of Android phones is huge. Like, it spans from really entry level, really cheap, inexpensive but functional Android like phones, and then there's like the kind of like top of the line stuff. Like, I think usually it's like, I don't know, I think nowadays it's like what? It's like Samsung, OnePlus, Google, and I don't know what other companies do a lot of Android, like big Android stuff, but I think those are the main ones, I guess, right? And like, I still think that the premium stuff is like kind of comparable, but also kind of like it's very software backed up. It's backed up by a lot of software for the Pixel environment, and like it's good. Like there are some good things, like specifically, like I think the image processing aspect on Android feels, at least myself as an image processing person, it feels like the people who work behind the Android architecture for image processing of photos from the camera are better. They understand it better, and I think the photos get processed in a slightly better way. But on iOS, kind of like they get pre-filtered a little bit, and like some details get lost, some details get accentuated a little bit much, but like you can fiddle around with that. I need to learn a little bit more of how that behind the scenes kind of stuff works for image processing from the camera, because there is some kind of processing that happens between the time you press like capture and what actually ends up saved as a file. So kind of need to figure that out. But yeah, so yeah, I've been enjoying the iPhone though. I don't regret moving to iOS and iPhone 15. So far so good. Like, I haven't had issues. I've been enjoying it quite a lot. I actually really enjoy the size of the iPhone 15 Pro right now. It's smaller than my Pixel 7, and I like the look. The rounder corners actually, they're kind of nice, a little bit refreshing for me. I guess iPhones are super recognizable actually because of the way the corners are rounded. It's this whole like concentric circle based design, right, that they use. Anyway, that's my review. Convenience wise, iPhone good. How do you find the app library? I thought it was one of the most useless piece of software I've ever seen. You mean, oh, so like if you like go all the way to the right, or I guess if you swipe all the way to the left and you get that app library, yeah, I don't like how iOS sorts their apps. Like, folder-based organization on iOS, kind of garbage. Like, I can't sort alphabetically automatically. I need to like drag shit every time. I hate that. Long press and drag is probably... Oh, there we go. Yeah, that's one thing I don't like about iOS. Gestures that involve long press and then drag of in some way is really annoying, really inconsistent, and just very manual feeling. It's not pleasant at all. Like, the gesture to switch between apps where you like go from like the bottom part of the screen up and then like switch apps, super bad gesture. IMO, really bad gesture to switch between apps. Like, I would rather have a on-screen button, kind of like the 3 buttons that like Android had, where like you could just switch between recent apps really fast, kind of like an alt tapping motion, than do that gesture. But I have to use it, so I often just end up going to the home screen and going to the app directly because that's faster sometimes than the gesture itself. Anyway, what I'm just saying is the gestures kind of suck and you can't modify them. They're just the way they're built in. How do you like that there's no back between the apps like Android? Yeah, that part also is a little bit annoying, but I've gotten more used to it. Like the back at the corner thing is kind of okay. Like, it's not that big of a deal. I used to think it was a bigger deal, but it's not that big of a deal for me. What are you doing with the stabs right now? I'm basically breaking in the part with the plastic clip and the wire so that there is free rotation at the L bend of the wire. Because for TXAP stabs, these plastic clips are kind of tight, and so they don't really let the wire freely rotate. Like, basically freely, they don't really let the wire freely rotate at that pivot point. So I'm basically just loosening that up. What about the dynamic island? The dynamic island is this thing at the top, right? I don't mind that. Pretty cool. Actually, some of the stuff there is kind of cool. Like, if I'm on the phone call, seeing that like sound, like signal wave thingy is kind of neat, and like, you know, seeing like a few icons there is kind of nice. Dynamic island actually a pretty nice feature. Just generally like pretty intuitive and useful information on there. I do like usage of screen real estate is actually pretty good on the current version of iOS compared to before, and also just like in the design in general. So like about that I'm kind of happy with. Like, and there's like basic things that are like you're customizable, right? Like, you can still like have your own ringtones, and you can have like your own customized like wallpaper, and like customize like, you know, background or whatever. You know, you can customize those kind of like small things. So some of the deal breakers that a lot of people would like complain about when talking about Android versus iOS, people would I don't think they're valid anymore, at least now. Oh, this one's kind of tight for some reason. Are you sad they killed the touch bar on MacBooks? Oh no, I'm not sad. I'm glad. Touch bar kind of garbage too. I never liked the touch bar on the MacBooks. I tried a MacBook with touch bar. It was not mine, and I didn't like it. I currently have an M1 Pro for a MacBook. Before that, I had the 2015, early 2015 or mid 2015, early 2015, I think, MacBook Pro, and that was the one right before they added touch bar to the MacBook line, and I never liked the touch bar. Which Heine PCB does the Jane ME use? It uses the H88C, I guess. The USB-C version of the H88. North-facing stabs for the spacebar. The only one I see being viable is iMessage. Otherwise, I feel like the new Pixel is superior in every way. I haven't seen Pixel 8 or tried it. I obviously would have upgraded to the next Pixel line. I actually probably would have stayed with my 7 until at least 1 or 2 more generations, because I usually don't upgrade every generation. I'm not the I don't get the upgrade bug for every generation of phones. I don't care. So I probably wouldn't have upgraded, but I might have like gone to a store just to try. Yeah, I mean, the current version of Android in general and like the snappiness on the hardware for Pixels is pretty good. I did not have any issues with my Pixel, really. The only reason I switched to iPhone actually was because I had an incentive to basically switch to iPhone for free. So that's why I switched to it. I had a little bit of pressure from my family to switch to iOS, to kind of like have, like, you know, be able to like FaceTime my parents, that kind of stuff, you know. So I had that incentive, and basically the switch for me was completely free. So that's basically why I ended up switching from my Pixel to the iPhone. What does your partner use? iPhone. USB-C was the other incentive? Yeah, of course. If they were still using lightning cables, I would have not switched. I would have actually been like, oh no, no thanks. Alright, loop stabs now. Diego, what are you clicking? I am simply unclipping and reclipping the wires of the stabilizers, so that the plastic clip on the housing loosens up and allows for a free rotation of the wire. Because for the TXAP stabs, the current generation of stabs, it's a little bit tight, and I don't like how it holds onto the wire. Some people actually don't mind it. Some people just leave it like that and it's fine. But I personally prefer it to be kind of like more loosey. USB-C is such a nice convenience, man. The thing is, USB-C is you shouldn't think of USB-C as such a nice convenience. You should be thinking USB-C should have been the thing from the very beginning. That's why. That's how they fool you. They pit you into the worst end, and then when they give you the good thing, you're like, oh, what an upgrade. What a nice convenience. It's more like you should have had that since the very beginning. The new standard. Right? It's not like USB-C like was made that recently, you know? Like, it should have been demanded a lot earlier on, and it should have been like boycotted earlier on, because literally every device in the world outside of that ecosystem use basically non-lightning cables. Anyway, it's one of those things. I'm sure that engineers were probably like, oh, unbelievable, going against the standard, or like making your own standard sort of thing, because that's what a lot of people will do to kind of basically, you know, make it proprietary, right? That's kind of like what FireWire at one point kind of did. So yeah, that's a big thing, right? You're an asshole user now. You're not allowed to talk like that. Okay, buddy. Imagine keyboards only now switching to USB-C. Yeah, I mean, yeah, keyboards also switched to USB-C pretty late, right? Like, our input devices, a lot of stuff is still USB Mini. Like if you buy like random ass electronics on Amazon, right? Like stuff that's just powered, or like maybe has a rechargeable battery or something. There's a lot of things that are still powered by USB Mini and USB Micro. My bad. USB Micro is actually the standard for a lot of those things. Still a lot of stuff that's not caught up, and still a lot of stuff that's not USB-C yet, and it's pretty dumb. Thanks EU for the USB-C. Yeah, for real. It took a whole coalition of countries, right? Early 2000 input, we're still using PS2. Yeah, I know. No, it's interesting how like all this tech like develops at different rates for different places, like different parts of the industry, and it like makes no sense, but it's just like, it's just the way it goes. It's just so funny though to see kind of USB-C kind of kick into the iPhone now in 2023 after so many years. that's how they leave people coping, right? It's like oh, it's not so bad. That's the mentality that they put you in. It's not so bad. Lightning cable, it's not so bad. It actually works. Still reversible, blah, blah, blah. Yeah. It's just like USB-C, bro, but I can't use it with literally any other device. Okay. My Pixel wants to autocorrect Apple? Oh! Okay. My Pixel wants to autocorrect Apple to asshole. Okay, bud. Or the other way around. Sure. Very believable. I was shooketh to see that my G Pro wireless Superlight uses a micro. Yep. I mean, my MX Master uses C, but I'm pretty sure a lot of the other Logitech devices still use USB. There's still some USB micro stuff. And I'm like, I don't get it. It's just a damn port. Fix it! Like, even if it uses like standard USB 2 standard or whatever, please switch over. I mean, I get it also, the whole like battery thing. The new Logitech Superlight G Pro is USB-C? Oh, cool. I haven't had a need to buy a new mouse just yet, but maybe if I do, I'll consider that. That said, I don't know. I haven't really explored much in mice, so I don't really care for gaming mice, so to speak. But anything that's like comfortable to use is fine with me. MX Master 3 raised for casual desktop use. I even game with MX Master, so I don't care. Then again, I'm a very casual gamer, so it doesn't really matter. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, I do play like FPS or whatever games, you know, but it's not like I'm that good to care. So I'm fine with it. But my response rate, my heft, I get it. It is heavy, but I just live with it. I can't bother to switch the mouse. Sometimes you're just working, or like you finish work or something, or you like, you know, you sit down at your desk and you just kind of want to play right away, you know? Confirmed Diego such a he handicaps himself. No, I'm a pretty bad gamer. I'm not very good at games. I'm like okay. I'm like an overachiever in the sense that like if I'm playing a single player game or something, I like to go like 100% on achievements and that kind of stuff. I like hunting achievements, that kind of stuff. But for like competitive stuff, like stuff that maybe is in a team or it has some nature of competitiveness, I'm not very good. I mean, I try to coordinate with teams, but yeah, I'm not like very like skilled. Rather, it's more of a skill issue rather than like I have the competitiveness. I care about winning. I like contributing to teams, but it doesn't mean I have the skill to carry it through. So for a lot of SPS, like I was telling, like I haven't played like Counter-Strike in a while, but like the last time I played Counter-Strike, I like missed a smoke or something, and people like yell at me, and I was like, dude, I'm out. I'm done with this shit. I don't care. Fuck you. Like, it's just a game, bro. Sure, we lost the game because, you know, we missed the smoke and like shit just didn't go well step by step here and there. So at the end of the day, I'm like, whatever. Yeah, nowadays I kind of look for good co-op games. Good co-op games are always my jam. If it's single player, yeah, I mean adventure kind of stuff is fun, like hack and slash, ARPG, that kind of stuff is always fun. I played MMOs for a while too. I don't play much anything like that anymore, anything like too time consuming like that, but I enjoy them nonetheless. I enjoy the grind a little bit, like gear grinding and that kind of stuff. But yeah, I think nowadays it's like playing games with friends is more important to me than being good at some competitive game. Really don't care for it anymore. Used to, not really anymore. Pretty much grew out of it after I was like maybe not even like maybe halfway through college. I stopped caring. Do you like Souls like Dark Souls like? Yeah, I don't mind dungeon crawlers or like stuff that is challenging. Platformers that are challenging, or even stuff like, yeah, like stuff like Souls. I've never finished a Souls game. I've played, I've never finished one, but I enjoy the gameplay. It can be very frustrating and very difficult, but I enjoy it. I don't mind repeating levels, for example, because I sucked at it, but because that's just part of the game challenge, right? Like, I don't mind if the game design makes it challenging that I have to repeat or like have to redo and have to like grind and have to like, maybe it's like the stuff that like I don't mind stuff that like forces you to level up and upgrade until you're able to do it, or practicing enough times that you like learn the level kind of thing to be able to pull off stuff. It's kind of like when people practice for like, I don't know, like let's say like WoW raids, but like there's mechanics around it, right? Like if you have to like learn the mechanics to be able to beat something, that's kind of cool. I think those kinds of games are always fun too, though, because it kind of keeps you, there's an incentive to do it, or at least it feels like the game's like calling you in to challenge yourself to do it. That's fun. I think that's always fun, instead of just like steamrolling a game and just making it too easy. Like, I think I felt like that a little bit when I played like Shovel Knight the first time. I was like, oh, it's been a while since I've played like a platformer that's a little bit more savage about like how I'm playing, but I had to like repeat a lot of stuff. But like once you get the hang of it, it's a lot easier. Same for like ARPGs that require you like to like kite mobs. That's okay. I bought Noita recently. It's absolutely unhinged. Oh yeah? Noita. My bad. Haven't seen it, so I don't know. I'll play games that people wreck. Well, at least I want to try them. Sometimes when I see the price tag, I'm like, am I really even gonna play it if I buy it? Because I have so many games that people were like, hey dude, play this game. And you know, it's like on Steam or it's like on whatever, and I buy it, right? And then I just don't play it through, and I'm like, man, why did I waste my money? I'm like, I really need to buy stuff that I'm just gonna buy and actually just play through it entirely before I even get the next one. Like, I should like prohibit myself from getting anything new until I finish something, or like until I at least like 100% sure that I'm not gonna play it again. There's There's so much like that, right? Like you buy it and then you never play it. And I just decided that I would rather spend that money elsewhere, which I guess at the end of the day kind of ends up in keyboards, but and resin or whatever, or maybe going out and eating something nice. But yeah, it is, I guess, better spent like that. I need to upgrade my Ubuntu and I'm not prepared for all my codes to no longer work. Ew. Ooh, you're talking about work. That sucks though, actually. Compatibility, man, that's icky. But I mean, but does it have to run on your computer? Can you run it on some other computer machine cluster? Or can you just have a work machine that has that working already, separate from your personal machine, so that you don't have to upgrade or switch? I like my Threadripper. Okay. Okay. Alright. What do you mean what do you mean you aren't spending $100 for pre-order the new Call of Duty expansion pack Deluxe Ultra Pro bundle? Dude, I haven't played a Call of Duty game in I don't even know how long anymore. Ages. Never got into the Blizzard version of Call of Duty. I always told myself, I'm gonna try it. Never did. Never did. Just like I installed Overwatch 2 and never played it. Installed it and never played, just uninstalled it afterwards. Steam Decks are good value? Oh, Steam Decks I think they're pretty good value, I heard, yeah. I've heard really good things about Steam Decks in general. Kinda want one, but I do wonder to myself how much time I'm actually going to be sitting playing games. I think that's something I've kind of questioned over time. I'm like, how much time do I actually spend playing games? It's not much anymore. Do you ever use your salvation? I do actually. Well, actually for a while I lent it to my partner. So for a while it was like out of commission, so to speak. I couldn't use it because I didn't have it for me. But when I did have it, I think before the move I was using it quite a bit. And then afterwards, my partner claimed it for a bit. And then I got it back, but then I've been like on the rotation of some other boards, so I haven't gotten around to it recently. Recently, I haven't gotten around to using Salvation. You're not missing out with Overwatch, so I heard. That said, I'm a dirty quick play casual kind of person. So if it's anything to do with toxicity related to competitive, I don't care about it. I don't play it anymore. I don't play competitive anymore at all. Just at all. So I just don't play it. I don't play it because I don't have a fixed team. I don't like playing competitive with strangers anymore. I need to play competitive with people I can talk to, like my actual friends, like that I like hop on to like talk to and play at the same time. Like if it's not the same people every time, I don't want to. Like that kind of happened to me over playing Dota. Eventually, I like got into the hang of playing League and Dota with the same people, and I really liked it. And as soon as I started playing with other people, like strangers or other people, it was super boring. So I just stopped playing it. I stopped playing MOBAs for that reason. My enjoyment of the game just plummeted as soon as like my like core group of people that I played with stopped playing or couldn't play. I couldn't play with them like because timing didn't match and stuff. I just abandoned the games. Yeah. Reborn running Terraria with 62 terabytes of RAM. The new Matrix board is so tempting. Is that the Fuqua board? What does your partner use now? She's currently using the Meridian. And she is proudly shining my Jim K. Dracula set. Actually. Not even kidding. She's like, it's already shiny. I'm like, great. That's awesome. I don't mind shiny key sets. It's a lot easier to spend a few minutes with a Steam Deck compared to a PC game. Okay, that makes sense. If you can just turn it on and play right away, right? That part is nice, yeah. I only play comp with my boyfriend, and I made it to plat, not him though. Let me just turn off my brain. Yeah, my brain off, yeah. Like easy games, chill, easy games. I once played Overwatch Quick Play and chose Widow and missed some key shots. Some a-hole said at the end, oh, we had a Widow, I never noticed. Oh, classic. Classic people like that. The thing is, I turn off my brain at that point. It's like, I don't care what other people are saying. If I'm playing like Quick Play with complete strangers, I'm not really caring what other people think. Yeah, no, it's all about gaming with people like that I care for. Browns, yes. Space build, fuck linear. I mean, I like linears, but I mean, I do like browns a lot. I mean, to be honest, there's only two tactiles that I use for MX, which are clears and browns, and that's it. So, there's that. And then for everything else, Topre. Sometimes Alps, very rare now. I do have a nice SKCM orange build, but I don't use it that frequently. Sometimes. Your partner knows a light? I mean, so funnily enough, my partner has been into keyboards just about as long as me. People raging like unrated or quick play are weird. Oh, it's like I don't even look at the chat box at that point, kind of thing. You know? Like if you're on quick play, you're not really looking at the chat, are you? If it pops up, I just kind of ignore it. It's like staring into empty space. Do you still have the Widow bongo? I swear I looked at your Insta and you had it or not. I do have the Widow bongo, yeah. I actually really like that. You know what's funny? A lot of people didn't like it when it came out. Because the other ones were more popular, like Fox and Wolf and whatever, right? The Pikachu one was pretty popular back then too. So a lot of people were trying to like trade it and stuff. But now it's like I don't think Hello has been making any of the IP kind of stuff, so it's like people are like, oh, I want one of those those character based ones. Matrix foie gras. First, probably a better idea. Okay, that sounds a little more even. I think that's just a leaf, the switch leaf. Okay. FPS games are too easy. Just click your head click simulator. True. Just aim for the head, right? Easy. As easy as zombie games. Just hit the head. 5 head. Hey, sounds good. bit on the right side. I think I under loop slightly. Pewters or browns? Browns. I saw in one of your YouTube vids you're breaking windset on your desk and now it's gone. So it's over here actually. I put it out the desk because I was reorganizing some stuff on the island. But it's right here. It's right here. It's just kind of off the screen. I'll just put it there. Okay, mods are good now. 2 of those caps are super trash. Throw them out. Which ones are you talking about? Oh, you're talking about yours. I thought it was a Kupo. At first I was like, wait, Kupo's saying what caps are trash? I'm like, what? No. Okay, I get it. Nah, dude. Oh shit, I alt tab now that here. Oh, okay, got it. I was saying that it was off screen because I was just cleaning some stuff on the island, and I put it away from the screen. I'm like from the view here. So I like brought it back into on the desk for now. OTT on the desk? Yeah. Sure. I've heard of them. I haven't. Who? You boomer chatting. So, Mr. Kupo, you coming out to KeyCon? Are you attending the big Tex-Mex roundup? 62 gram stock? No, 62 gram isn't stock. Is not stock for Browns. 62 gram should be a spring swap. Pretty sure that. First of all, I'm pretty sure that cherry springs aren't even measurable to a very accurate extent. As in, like, their spec sheets are plus minus 15 anyway. But I think they kind of feel closer to like between 55 and a 60 is probably where they are. For Browns, I would say like probably closer to 55, but yeah. They made switches in 10-2. Yeah, typically people do that if they don't want to spend money paying me to do switches, which is kind of expensive. Well, I actually encourage people to mod their own switches so that they can mod them to their own liking, or have somebody else mod it for them. But it's probably cheaper because some people just charge less, and that's fine. I just don't have as much time to do it, so I charge a little bit more. Damn, my combo is Browns and CF plate. I always wonder how they sound with the default plate. Oh, so actually my first Jane V2ME build for the one I did for the prototype, I guess, was, or like the pre-Jeep, like pre-in-stock run, right? The promotional unit. I did that with the default plate, pretty sure. I think I did that with MX Browns and polycarb. It's like the first Jane V2ME video I have, like the build stream. That one was pretty sure that's a polycarb MX Brown build. Oh, I think this fucked might have missed it because of the ad breaks. Boop. Oh well. Ads are so silly. Operating force and cherry spec is plus minus 20. Yeah, so basically a completely uncertain spec for cherry springs. Also, Disfunct, I think you missed it, but basically I was saying that because of the ads, but basically I was saying that the combo I did on the original, on the first V2ME I built was polycarb MX Browns. So if you go to the first Jane V2ME video I have, whether it's the typing or the build stream, it should be polycarb and MX Browns. Pretty sure. You can check. You can correct me on that, but I'm pretty sure it was that. I thought it was half than that. Yeah, I mean, I knew it was bad. I figured it was like either 15 or 20. But basically, cherry spec sheet is not a scientific thing. Essentially, it's just a number that's there. It just exists as a number. But I mean, if you go by like empirically, I would say stock MX Browns definitely do feel like 55 to 60 ish. Inconsistencies aside, I have 6 pounds of cherry switches coming from Taobao. Let me know if you want some gamer reds. I mean, I would never say no to a decent batch of cherry linears or browns or clears, you know? I mean, I'll never say like no to any decent batch of cherry MX switches in general, actually. It's actually clickies. I used to use clickies before. I just don't use them much now because they're too obnoxious for like working or like to being in like at home even. You know, I don't want to like disrupt other people, so that's why I don't use it. But I mean, I don't mind. I didn't mind using clickies for a bit before. Non-pingy blues? Oh yeah? I mean, I'm willing to try. I haven't used blues in a while now that I think about it. I think the last blue build I did for myself was like in 2018, 2019. Ever since then, I don't think I have done any blues for a bit. All right, let's get this going. But before I start this, I'm just gonna like plug this in just to make sure it's all good. Make sure it lights up, make sure it shows up, and then let's just start soldering because it should be fine otherwise. All right, cool. Looks fine. Okay, so I'll turn off the lighting because this doesn't need to be lit up. Do you ever play Skyrim? Oh, I played a ton of Skyrim when it came out. I played it the first iteration of Skyrim that came out for PC. I played a ton. A ton. I played some of the expansions and then stopped. Played a couple mod packs. I don't remember which ones, but I played a couple mod packs that added some extra quests and some other things, and then stopped. But it was a long time ago. 12-year-old game now? Yeah, it's crazy. It's aged now. It's old game now. for real. Oh, what the? Huh. My soldering iron seems to have been unplugged. Where's my fan? Oh, has it been that long since I soldered? Because this shit's stuck. Yep, I guess it has. That camera moved like crazy. Okay. Yeah, okay. Here we go. Ah, dusty. Rip camera? Yeah, I like move this. Okay. Sorry, I'm gonna move this a little bit. Nice slippers, thank you. They're like Gatoron colored, kind of. It's a little warm. Is that VOC? Yeah, it is. GMK Violet on Cream. Not Keycaps, I think. I mean, the Keycaps that pretty much looks like GMK though, so it's basically the same thing. With compatibility already built in, actually. The soundtrack gets me super nostalgic. Oh yeah, old soundtrack now. Back in the day when people used to do all the shouts. I was typing on my friend's DOS too. Just say who it is, dude. We know who your friend is. It's the same friend every time. Lamp. It's the same friend every time. It's obvious. There's only one person in that area who owns all that stuff. I mean, am I wrong? Okay, I'm gonna turn on the filter. Random question, but which OG custom was 9-point top mount? 9 point. It's 9 points. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is 7, right? 9 points? Orion was 10, right? Hey Mac. I don't know if K-Mac was. Was it? L was 6 from what I could find. I can check. K-Mac 1, right? Let's see. K-Mac 1 has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So no. So none of the K-Mac 1 things are gonna have that. K-Mac 2 has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Orion is the same, 10. 9 points. BK Saver 1. Oh, actually, I can't tell from this picture. dude. I'm not too sure. I'm not too sure. Nine points? This is such a random question. Is it just because you want to know if there is one? Or is it like a... I actually just don't know. I don't think there's one. I think they're all 10. For the, like, for the non-koala, like, I mean... Let me see here. You're right, though, about the 356L, by the way. It does have only 6. Just so you know. It does have only 6 points for that. IDK. Alright, I'm sorry. Also, Diego, if you have free time on Tuesday, I'll be in New York City. Oh, can you DM me to remind me? I'm not gonna remember. Maybe Tuesday. Tuesday is what day? Tomorrow is the 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th? Oh, I'll have to see. I'll have to see, yeah. I don't know. I'll check later. Obviously, I need to like look at my calendar and stuff. I'm not sure if I have lunchtime free, so I need to look. Sometimes my meetings like run over or like run kind of like in between times, so it's like I'm legit there for business trip and then leaving the 7th. Oh, I see. So you're coming through the weekend to do work, or just like Monday, Tuesday, or like just same day trip? Hi, Kim. I've always wanted to meet Jane. Tyler, I don't remember, but where are you located? Like region-wise in the US or not in the US? Sometimes I'm like confuse people's regions, dude. Like there's so many people are like regularly active in the keyboard hobby that sometimes I like mix up people like in Chicago with like people in Texas, and like people in California with people like in Atlanta or something. Minneapolis. Oh, cool. Minnesota. There was a chance I was gonna live in the Twin Cities, but it didn't happen. Also, the winters are kind of too cold there. But when it clears up, it's beautiful. That whole area. Dolo Dolo out here, I think? You got Krelbit. And you can go to some of the meetups in that area. Like I guess you could go to like the Wisconsin meetup. I think Hoffman organizes those. Hoffman Meister. Big mod at Keycaps. Also worth a drop now, I think. Feel like there's another content creator in Minnesota. Oh, content creator. I don't remember. I know people in Illinois. I don't know people in Minnesota. content creator in Minnesota. I'm not sure. Not off the top of my head, at least. Probably. I'm text. Who are you talking to? Oh, I was talking to Tyler. I think Sunday, Tuesday, like late Sunday. Okay, let's see. So basically Monday, Tuesday. Monday business, Tuesday is soda free. I'm so excited to hear this. I can't wait. I have high hopes for these rounds. Oh, what's up, Charles? When it's nice out for sure. Today was the first day of true cold. Yeah, today was cold out. Even here, that's why I'm wearing the turtleneck today. It was pretty cold out today. Well, it was actually not that cold. It was just kind of chilly. And you know, like the first proper chill, like you feel it. Because it's like been a while. And then once you get used to it, once I get used to it, I can go out in the cold when it's like 30s or whatever, right? And like wear just a sweater or like a lighter jacket, coat, whatever. But until I get used to it, it's kind of shitty. Especially for me, because I didn't like really grow up in a cold weather place. Not to mention with the varying amounts of humidity. So yeah, it takes me a little bit to get used to, but now that I've been in the East Coast for like over 10 years now, I kind of know my transition points. The worst transition point is always around this time when the daylight saving switch and then the weather switch at the same time. Kinda shitty. Want to go to Illinois? What? Oh, Illinois? Oh yeah, Illinois. Actually, Illinois sucks, you think? Oh yeah, I think the build... they wanted an LED on caps in the spool, I think? So I need to remember to solder those. Boat moved. Yeah. Isn't Theremin in... Is he in Ohio now? Where is he again? I forgot. Somewhere around there, right? Yesterday was first cold in Boston, 35. Pretty chilly. Is first cold actually around this time of the year? Feels a little early, no? Maybe I'm imagining things. Maybe I'm thinking of an abnormally warmer year. Is first cold around this time? November? 1st of November-ish? 2nd November? Yes, it is. Yeah, November is the transition of the season. So I was thinking just now, what the fuck was Funzy doing up so late? Or early? If he's not gone yet, or if he's still here? Damn, son. Feels normal for it to be cold now? Yeah, I guess you're right. I guess we had some abnormally warmer weeks too, that it feeling colder now is definitely more of a relief. We've had some really warm days out of nowhere too. Ugh. The other day I legitimately had to like open up a drawer and like seek the back end of it to get like a pair of shorts. The other day that it was like 80 degrees or whatever, or like 26, 27 or whatever for those who do Celsius. It's crazy though. Kinda glad it's cooler. I love sweater weather and scarves and parkas and jackets and coats. All over the place now into the 50s again? Yeah. Distraction, hello, how's it going? That's good, you guys. You know, GMK Mictlan just like shipped, right? And I like posted this like reflection from handboards from Farhand, right? From handboards. I posted that reflection with Mictlan on, and it's kind of feeling a little bit homesick, nostalgic, right? Because today's like Day of the Dead in Mexico, and like it's not like the biggest deal, so to speak. Like it's a very culturally meaningful day, right? Where people set up their altars, and like there's also like a lot of decorations, kind of like, you know, post Halloween stuff as well, and the more traditional like Day of the Dead stuff back at home, like back in Mexico where I used to live. And because the set, like this new key set is out, I was like, man, it's kind of nostalgic, kind of homesick. Kind of miss seeing that, like all the altars and the stuff on the streets, or like on specific like places, or people's homes sometimes, with the flowers and the bread and food or whatever, the photos. You still have family in Mexico? Not right now, no. My parents were the last people to live there, like in my family, and they moved to the States after a few years after I had moved to like be closer to my to the rest of my family. Most of my relatives are in like Korea and like in other places. So for the most part, it's like I have siblings and my parents in the States now. But yeah, I don't really have like a home to go back to in Mexico anymore, unless I'm like visiting friends, or like making accommodations for myself. Pretty much. So that part kind of sucks, you know, not feeling like you have a home to go back to, especially for someone like where you grew up. But that's how it goes. Hey. Oh, LEDs, LEDs. Let me get a couple LEDs. I'll be right back. Let's see. Just double check if this is what they wanted. Let's see. Hey. Oh yeah. LED onto caps and scroll. Okay. LED onto caps and scroll. Okay. I want to make sure I get this right. I think typically cathode is the square, but I'm not sure. So probably want to double check, I guess. Let's see here. And then oh wait, I haven't soldered the. I need to solder the ridge, the here. Same for scroll. Come on, ridge already. There we go. Okay. Good evening, sir. You're looking quite handsome today. Thank you. See that that is working. Okay. Just need to see if this LED is working though. Huh. Okay. Is it the opposite then? So anode is not square. Oh yeah, that was right. Oh, I see. Okay. So the anode is square. Okay. Cathode, anode. Would be this one. Scroll lock, right? Scroll this on. There. Alright. Well, time to solder these LEDs. How you doing, Mr. HP? How have you been? What are you up to these days? How's life? Okay. That's done. Kind of ugly looking though. Better. Let's just test our PCB before we put it into the build. So we got our caps lock and scroll lock LEDs. Oh wait, no, that's not scroll. Caps. Okay. Caps lock, scroll lock. Good. And let's test all of our input. Shows up on VIA right there. Key tester, matrix. Okay. Alright, cool. Everything's working. Nice. Great. Move this out of the way. Oh boy. Let's see here. Not sure if any of you guys are in the DCS Life Beats mini group buy kind of thing I organized. I have a bunch of these like small boxes piling up because I want to recycle boxes, right? Like I don't want to like buy a lot of boxes, and I also don't want to create a lot of waste, etc. Right? And so I've been like having this pile of boxes, and I don't really want to put it like in a common area where it's like kind of taking up too much space of, you know, people who live here, like meaning myself and my partner. And so I've been putting like under my desk here, and it's kind of messy. There's a lot of box under there. Can't wait for it to be gone. Are you getting any of the CRP R6 stuff? Not sure yet. I'm thinking about it. I might. I'm kind of interested in the Olivetti set, the blue and beige one. That one looks pretty nice. The other ones, I'm kind of like whatever on. Black on black looks kind of nice, but I do have like other like black on black-ish sets, so I might be fine without it, to be honest. And I actually realized I don't really use much black on black. Often, like I think I use white on black more than black on black, right? Or black and gray, however you might call it. And so I might be debating not purchasing that either. Waiting for potential cancel order for that? What do you mean? Life beats? Oh, I see. Life beats. Oh, I see. For live beats, I'll be very honest with you. The chance of extras is very, very, very slim. There is barely any extra room, so to speak. So I'm basically telling people like it's 95% chance of a no. But if I do end up with some extra stuff, then you know I'll just pass it along to people who had asked. But I wouldn't bank on it, that's for sure, unfortunately. Just didn't want to spend over the mark, and also didn't want to have a bunch of stuff floating around, so yeah. And I actually did delegate a few people at the very end, they kind of like squeezed in at the very end. And so after I had submitted the invoice, I was like, okay, that's it. So, all right, let's put it on the board. All right, let's get to it. I'm gonna get them bars one day. I mean, there's gonna be like 100-ish sets floating out there, so I think you should be able to. I think there's gonna be some people who might not use their set eventually. Where did it stick? Oh. Maybe I'll get some glue for that. This one. Not a big deal. These guys stick pretty easily. I've actually been not hating using the DCS Dolch spacebar with dead beats. Low-key looks decent. Oh, DCS Dolch. You had a set of DCS Dolch. Like the old set, or is that something different? Also, hi, Prox. Hello. Good to see you. How are you doing? Oh, let me ask here. DCS Revival 2024. This one is the old, but I think there's a limited run going on somewhere for a new set. Yeah. There was a little small run. I got in that one, yeah. So I was like, oh, cool. Not many people have that old set. It's been a minute. The one time the magnet came off and I was getting super glue, but it wasn't open for a while, so it spilled big puddle. Oh. And it's super glued the top panel for like a day. Damn. Wait. Oh, I see. It came off eventually because it spread out. Oh, icky. Icky stuff though. Spilling super glue. Oof. Do you guys know how super glue actually works? Like the cyanoacrylate glues? Pretty interesting. Do you guys know what makes them bond chemically? Like what makes the glue strong? It's an acid. So if I recall correctly, pretty sure cyanoacrylate glue is they cure with moisture. Presence of water is what makes them bind and cure, like solidify. Yup, them H bonds. But it's funny because people wash their hands when they get shit on them. So when you get super glue on your hands and you put water on it, it just cures on your hand. It just becomes like rock solid. So you just gotta like the best way to get rid of it is just to wipe it off. As much as you can with like, you know, stuff that ideally won't just like stick and leave residue on your hands. But yeah, that's the thing. So I just stick them in the dryer. I mean, unfortunately, it doesn't work the backwards way. That's funny though. I forgot. Does this board already have feet? Yeah, okay, it did. Okay, they told me they wanted O-ring, so we're just gonna go straight to O-ring mount because that's what the person wanted. Take a pale standard to my fingies. Yeah, I mean, it eventually comes off, right? But I thought it was funny because I was like, oh yeah, I always like try to wash my hands, and then I discovered that cyanoacrylate glue actually cures because of moisture, and I was like, wait, this is dumb, isn't it? I'm just playing myself, am I not? And so yeah, it turns out I'm basically playing myself every time that happens. Yeah, the super glue eventually peels off. That's the trick, basically, though. Just have to wait until it does. Alright, so here's the bottom. I'm just gonna put it on the pillars here. You know, should just sit there nicely, right? And then I'm just gonna sandwich it with the top piece, make sure our O-ring isn't like sticking out in weird ways. You want it to be taut evenly as possible. So if it's too loose or something weird happening, then you wanna just make sure to check the O-ring again. So this closes nicely. Then we're gonna do some closing here. 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 Do you have any of the NRD coasters? I don't. I don't. I did not pay attention to the drops and never got one. And also, I'll be honest, I didn't pay attention because I didn't want to pay however much they cost for a coaster. They do look sick. They look awesome, but I genuinely didn't want to buy a coaster that costs however many dollars. Because I have a lot of other coasters that are coasters that still work as coasters, and I figured, well, I already have coasters, I don't need more coasters, so I'm just gonna not buy more coasters, and that's basically the bottom line of it. You get super glue in your hands, wipe with acetone. Look. Acetone though. Can't test their word. My dog ate my old cork one. If he bites this, he'll break teeth. Oh, poor doggy though. I would like to invest in hydrogen bonds. I can tell you people did that back in the day. The devastating type of hydrogen bonds though. Oh no. Yeah, this got a little morbid. Those weren't bonds. Those were unbonds. Love it. On desk playful boxer? Damn. That's wild. Take care of the gluing here later, but for now I'm just gonna make sure that the polarity of this is correct. Third from the left. Okay. Do I have super glue here actually? Oh, I do. Actually, I'm just gonna use a little bit of it. Just a tiny bit. I do it on a separate surface so I don't have to like deal with it. That's good enough. Come on. Stop sticking to the goddamn thing here. Okay, there. Gotta wipe off. It looks a little ugly, but it does the job. Not sure if you saw my DM yet, but I like O-ring. Yes, I did see. I did see. There you go. GMK Amethyst on the corn, GMK Violet on cream. Alright, folks. What do we want to put on this? I got a few new sets, I can say that. I recently got in GMK Coral is something that I had last time. I have GMK Feng Lisu, a cute set. And then I have a bunch of other sets, like I have Yuru, Monodolge, like Yuri. I have like Foundation, Fundamentals. I think I have Ursa as well. Sloth, I think I have too. Beige, of course. You know, all that good stuff. Do you have beige? I mean, I do. Do you guys want me to? All right, let's do a Is ASCII on something already? ASCII, I do have it on something right now. Yeah. I think I have it still on my Sonnet. I think it's still there. WoW and Silver is not happening. Yeah, WoW and Silver is not happening. Sorry, it's auto veto for me. I'll just do a quick poll. Actually, I'm just gonna do a poll here. I'll grab you some suggestions. Key set. Beige. Feng Lisu. Beige with pink. I have that new CRP set, right? Isn't the new CRP set with pink? There's a JP pink, right? Not the white one. Wasn't there a beige one? The recent one? Anyway, I have more beige anyway. Always beige. Coral sounds nice. Okay, I'll put coral. Analog Dreams I do have as well. I'll put that one. Analog Dreams. And what's the last thing? What's that 60% board? That's the Unicorn. GMK Jax I don't have. I don't have CRP Fusion. That's not a set I got. Beta? Okay, that's a good suggestion too. Beta. Yeah, okay. You guys can vote. Vote away. Vote away. Vote away. Vote. Red alert without accents is good on this board color. Also muted. Yeah, that would work too. Beige always pretty nice, you know? Okay, in the meantime, I'm gonna organize a little. Not beige? Okay, I'm gonna steal your points if something in the poll that is not beige wins anyway, okay? It just means I'll just veto beige if it wins, but it's not even gonna win anyway, so you just wasted your points. Although, I mean, I'm sure you have too many points anyhow, so it probably doesn't even matter. Are pandas still considered best tactiles? I mean, people like them still. But I mean, I personally don't love them because I don't really use like the heavy type of tactiles myself. I like lighter tactiles in general. You know, browns, clears at most. Analog Dreams. Okay, cool. I haven't seen Analog Dreams in a bit. I think the last time I saw Analog Dreams might have been when I did the AL6, the one from Yeffy. That's a nice board. Alright. Let me go get that. BRB. Okay. Analog Dreams. Okay, here we. Okay. Analog Dreams. Excuse me, Mr. Streamer Man. What? What's up? Oh, it's. Oh no, you're too late, Timmy. I'll refund your points though. But I'm gonna take Avo's points. Because Avo redeemed before you. So Avo gets the priority actually. As long as it keeps the beige away. Joke's on you, Avo. But you know that Analog Dreams' alphas are basically beige, right? Are we rocking top mount or O-ring mount? Right now we have O-ring mount, because that's what they wanted. I don't know if I want to run accents or not, so you guys can decide that if you want. You can feel free to decide however you want. Not CRP, I'm happy. Oh, you don't like CRP? How come? How come you don't like CRP? Too muted or something? I love this song. What song is playing anyway? Don't even know. Any key sets upcoming that you're excited for? Well, I'm excited for Wob Red Cyrillic to arrive, which it just shipped. Yay. GMK Blue Alert? Yeah, whenever that happens. With the current climate, I'm not even sure when or if ever it's gonna happen, but we'll see. I'm gonna open up the discussion and see where that's gonna go and all those things. I can promise you that much. Is fine just not on silver? So CRP is fine, just not on silver? Such a weird take. Beige is fine, just not on silver. Interesting. I respect it. Just find it odd. Just find it interesting. Just like, okay, alright. People are very excited. I mean, hey, I hope it happens, huh? We just run regular arrow keys. There's some accents too for that. Sorry if I haven't paid attention to accents or no accents, but you guys can tell me. There's yellow arrows, there's pink arrows, and there's the teal arrows. It looks like I need to buy this set. Oh yeah? You like it? It's a nice set. I really like this set. It says kind of underrated, TBH. Well, actually, well, no, it's nice. Highly rated enough that it had a second run, so never mind, it's not underrated. I'm lying. Can be underrated if it had a second run. I love that set, but I want Latin alphas. Yeah, it's too bad that the second run didn't have Latin alphas. Just kind of a bummer. Excuse me. I'm gonna put Tiny Beige on this thing. Okay. Whatever works. Control keys, huh? There's one. Where's my other one? You guys see it? Oh shit. So the right profile stuff here. Let's put this here. Apollo only ran once? Yes, so Apollo, GMK Apollo, yeah, only ran once that I know of. Oh, here, control. There's one thing to have Weave as default, but quite another to force it by not providing the option for an alpha. I mean... So... The backstory of this set is actually that P-Wade wanted to have the... I think he originally was planning on having the JP Legends by default in the first run anyway. But, I don't know what forced him to decide otherwise, to not have the Latin Alphas kit, or, you know, whatever motivated his choices at that point. For resin, I think we can put, maybe we can put 2, or we can put 5? We'll see. I'm gonna put maybe the scroll pause and print screen keys aside. Yeah, the thematically they do match better. That's true. That's what happened. Yeah, yeah. People grow out of them, right? With things like GMK Darling and Striker and that kind of stuff, it just got run to the ground, dude. That's why. Let's see. Accents though. What accents do you guys want? What enter key and what arrows? So if it's colored enter key, You cannot do colored arrows. That's a rule. Colored keys means no colored arrows. Colored enter key means no colored arrows. Or vice versa. Pink? Alright, let's do pink. Pink enter and regular arrows it is. Also, you missed Moss Pipe and Mod Tilde. Nice joke. Nice try. Nice try, nice try. Either escape and enter, escape and arrows, never all three. Thank you. Especially like on a 65 or something where the enter key is close to the arrow keys. Both accent is a big no-no. It looks so weird. Alright, let's see what we got. Ooh, I finally get to use my Goon Blink. Oh, I've been waiting for this. Yeah, let's put it here. Been waiting to use this one here. These are two. Good night, Amro. Oh, Amory, good night, good night. Take it easy. Will you consider running something with DCS? Not really planned. No. You know if ebb and flow bongo matches Shoko? It's a little lighter than Shoko, I would say. Ebb and flow is probably a little lighter than Shoko. Yeah. You know, maybe teal? No, but if I run teal, then I have to run teal and everything, so it's kind of hard to do that. Maybe I'll run white or yellow. Here. It's hard to do clusters. Harder. Yellow? I don't have that much yellow stuff. That's the problem. I only have these 3 yellow ones, but they're too saturated. You know what I mean? Here, you get a nice one. Maybe we can do yellow. Scary sounding press. Really, the visitor is not too bad. It's kind of the green is kind of tealish. It's actually not too bad. It's like 3 different accents, sort of. Gotta say, silver and gray boards have been hitting it for me lately. It's because if you haven't been, like, if you have been like all about fun colors, like more on the, you know, like more like, oh, I'm gonna have a fun, like, you know, fun like purple or red or something like that, then it definitely is nice to go kind of more neutral afterwards. It's like nice to kind of switch it up a bit, you know? How's that? Looks good, right? Alright, let's check the side view here. Okay, that looks good. Maybe a little too far from the desk. Actually, too angled this way. You look kind of like The Rock. Oh my god. I'm not sure if it's a compliment, but I'll take it. Alright. I mean, I would love to be like The Rock, I guess. Do you know what The Rock is cooking? All right. It was La Roca. Yeah. All right. Maybe the side view looks nicer, I think, for typing. Okay, let's type on this. Okay, y'all, ready? Let's get to it. Alright, gang, we have a MX Brown build on polycarbonate today. With GMK Analog Dreams right here. This is a JNV2ME and silver and a pink backplate. Though you can see it, you cannot see it right now, but yeah, you get the idea. And yeah, let's give it a shot. Let's go. It's almost Friday. Let's go. Let's welcome Friday with a banging typing test with these MX Browns. Let's go. Pretty nice. I really like polycarb with MX Browns. It's just so it's a nice balance. Can be a little loud on some builds. This is O-ring right now, by the way. But I think this build sounds pretty nice. Yeah. There's still a lot of scratch. That's just the way they are. I would say yeah. They're even broken in. I think MX Browns still have a decent bit of scratch. Haven't really experienced like too smooth MX Browns, but yeah. Alright, here are the mods and the rest. Where's the cable from? I got it custom made from CVV Planet. I believe you can ask them for a cable like this. They have a maker that works through them. CVVplanet.com for that. Yeah, this one's from CVV. I thought it was Dragon. No. This was the Limo one and the black one. Those are both. I mean, not the Limo. The Lindy one and the black one. Those are from Space, and then this one's from CVV. I'm new to hobby. What's a broken in switch? Basically switches that have been put into like this like 3D printed assembly when they get pressed many times to basically kind of like wear them in to make them a little smoother. Yeah. I'll go to sleep in shame tonight. And also, Timmy asks, are you going to try top mount? Probably not, actually. The reason being that I tried it before, and more also because I'm gonna wrap up soon because it's kind of late here. Don't want to run too late, and also, you know, like we have early mornings tomorrow to do work and stuff. So, yeah. But yeah, do you guys like it? Feels pretty good. Sounds pretty good, I think. Yeah, no, I really like the sound of browns on polycarb, personally. I mean, actually, polycarb in general, great material for me for plates. One of my favorites. I mean, along with aluminum, I think those are the two I always go to. So yeah. How are these MX browns lubed? I don't know. I did not lube them, but I assume lightly and with probably just on the stem because they don't feel very lubed. They feel on the lighter side for lube. Yeah, the springs definitely feel lubed. Like they probably lube the springs to get rid of a little bit of that extra crunch. But the stems themselves feel like they just lube the rails lightly on the stem only. Yeah. Okay, so let's wrap this up here, but let's show it off a little. So, okay. So here's our silver and pink Jane V2ME with Analog Dreams. Very nice set that goes on lighter colored boards. It's a nice combo. Yeah. This is the back. Very muted and very pretty pink, actually. I really like this pink. I really like this blush pink tone. It's so nice. If you want to look at it from a different angle, here it is. Plugged in. That's how it goes. And yeah, looks pretty good though. If you want to look at it from the bottom, GMK Patisserie might be a good choice on this keyboard. Yeah. What is that giant sheet? Sheet. This is a Bifrost, and that's a Lure 2. Bifrost Lure 2. When do you get that? I've had it for like years. I've had it since the very beginning. I've had it since like 2017 or something like that. They look like one unit. Oh no, they're separate. They're two separate ones. The line's right here. What's the artist on F13? It's called Goon Blank by Bogan Caps. Specifically, I think this colorway is called Laffy Taffy. I thought he got something new. No, I think this is plenty enough for me for audio. Don't really have a temptation for anything else, fortunately. Alright, so let's wrap it up, fellas. Ladies and gent, let's wrap it up here. Looks like Jackie is streaming. Keyboard people. I actually don't see any other keyboard people right now. So you can go raid Jackie, Aliagnifolia, if you don't know. They're building the AKB Vero, Alchemist Keyboards Vero. It's a true HKB layout board. But Triggity is another keyboard streamer. Triggity. I don't see them here. What category are they streaming in right now? Just chatting, maybe? Oh, makers and crafting. Oh, we could rate them. We could rate someone new. I see him. Oof, that is a raid link. Oh, it's all good. It's all good. I'll go raid them right now. Yeah, we can raid somebody new. We haven't raided. They're building on the F18X 722. All right, folks. Gonna wrap it up here. It's late. Oh, is it time for? Oh, I'm about to raid. But Kiwi, you want a snack? Kiwi. Oh wait, I wish I could turn this. Hold on. Oh, gimme. Kiwi, come here. Can you just bring him? This is gonna be they're gonna be gone in like 10 seconds. Kiwi. Oh. Cancel raid. Okay, fine. I'll cancel the raid. Okay, Kiwi. Kiwi, high five. Okay, Kiwi. Okay, Kiwi. High five. Kiwi. He's so busy looking at everything. High five. Oh. Shake. Come on. High five. Shake. Good boy. Oh my god, he's gonna drool on the desk mat. Let's put you a little. Okay, gimme. High five. Shake. Kiwi. Oh, she's leaving. I know you want all the attention. Kiwi. Shake. Okay. There goes the drool. Good boy. He's a good boy, isn't he? Alright, let's go raid Triggity now. Oh. Alright. Thank you for this. Okay. Yeah, go play with your cats. They always want you to play with them. Alright, say goodbye, Kiwi. Goodbye. Kiwi says bye. Okay. Off you go, Meister. Alright, folks. I'll see you guys later. Have a good rest of your week and weekend. Take care of yourselves. And let's go say... What the heck is this emote? Do we not have... Oh yeah, hell yeah. Alright, there's our raid message. I'm not sure if it'll work because it's a 7TV emote, but everyone knows Mufasa, so just spam it. Alright friends, I'll see you guys next time. Catch you guys later. Take it easy. Good night.